Hello, I'm Hera Charlier, president here at Central Lakes College, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 Central Lakes College Brainerd Campus Liberal Arts and Sciences Commencement Ceremony. Please remain standing for our national anthem. Thank you to the Central Lakes College Choir for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem, and you may be seated. In follow-up to that anthem, we want to thank all Central Lakes College students and graduates who serve or who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Our military graduates are recognizable today by the red, white, and blue Patriot cord that they're wearing as part of their regalia. Also present are many CLC employees who have served. So at this time, please join me in a round of applause to thank all the men and women who have served our country. Graduation is a time of celebration, and for our graduates, it's a celebration of accomplishment and new beginning. And for our employees, it's a celebration of student success. And for family and friends watching, it's a celebration and a recognition of the accomplishments of a son, a daughter, a relative, or a special friend. So let's begin today by welcoming the people who have come together to honor our graduates. Joining me on the platform today will be Ben Schlegel, Brainerd Campus Student Senate President, Desiree Rhodes, Brainerd Campus Honors Student, Martha Keene, Dean of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and this is Martha's final commencement ceremony before her retirement. So let's give her a big round of applause. Joy Bodine, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, and today we have Kristen Popp and Joseph Lambrecht interpreting for us. Thank you all for participating in this special ceremony. I'm also truly fortunate to work with nearly 300 outstanding employees who every day strive to help our students achieve their goals, this year more than ever. And I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to these very special individuals. At this time, can I please ask that all Central Lakes College employees stand to be recognized? Please help me thank these dedicated individuals. We couldn't do anything without them. So today we come together to celebrate this milestone that we call graduating from college. And we have throughout the last few days talked about how special this day is to us. And it is our favorite day of the year, absolutely our favorite, because everything that we do here at Central Lakes College is designed to help you be successful. And the fact that we are here celebrating in person, celebrating you, your accomplishment, your character, and your impact on the world is truly a special day for us. We also know that you came to CLC for a purpose, right? You came to be educated, you came to learn, and we know how incredibly hard you have all worked, particularly this year. But one thing that many students don't realize is that education by definition is bidirectional. So just as you were sitting in classes or Zoom rooms or labs learning from our amazing faculty and staff, they were learning from you. Just by being here, you have changed us. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So when I think about what the class of 2021 has taught us, there are three things that we will always remember you for. One, you have taught us about resilience, this characteristic of being able to stand up, to push through in the face of hardship is phenomenal. Every one of you has prioritized your education with really busy lives in the face of challenges that most of us could have never seen or imagined. Many of you have dealt with profound life challenges, loss, concerns about mental or physical health, concerns about your family, or just concerns about life. And what comes along with that are many, many emotions of this complicated world that you continue to deal with. Yet, you did not give up. And the truth is, nobody would have blamed you if you had. But you didn't stop, or you paused and you came back. It is truly inspiring. You taught us what real resilience looks like, and you should never doubt your resilience as you move through life and hit some other bumps. You can do this. The second thing that I believe you reminded us of is something that we know, but we needed reminding. All of us do. And that is that perfection has nothing to do with success. Absolutely nothing. And I know I state the obvious. Of course we know that. We now know that we live in a very imperfect world. We didn't need that reminder, but we got it. And we all know that none of us is perfect. Yet some of you, some of us, hold yourselves to very high standards, extraordinarily high standards. And sometimes there's a reason for those standards. Sometimes not so much of a reason, and sometimes they're just a little bit arbitrary. Things about grades and GPAs and timelines for school and for life. But this year, more than ever, because of your courage, you helped us to celebrate your imperfection and then watch your success. What I mean by that is this semester, I can think of at least 3 faculty members who told stories about students who reach out to them. And I'll tell you, at CLC, we're very proud that our students always reach out when they need things. Always, and you should. But in this case, the students weren't asking for anything. They weren't asking for extensions or accommodations, which would have been fine. But they were just saying, you know, I care about this course, but I have to admit that I am really struggling. Things are really hard now. I'm going to get it done, but I want you to let you know that this is probably not going to be my best work, and I just want to tell you that. The reason that that is shared by faculty and staff over and over is that it takes enormous courage to admit your struggle, push through, and find a way to get there anyway. It is truly inspiring. And it is a reminder to all of us that we should never, ever chase perfection. It is pointless anyway. And the third thing that you have reminded us of is pretty powerful, but very simple. And that is that kindness, simply being kind, really matters a whole lot more than a simple word seems like it should. And it matters particularly in today's world. The class of 2021 has been through a lot. You all have your own stories. Yet, you have been extraordinarily kind and compassionate to your fellow students and to my colleagues. Over and over, we have witnessed groups of students, so student government or clubs or classes, talk about the plight of our students and what our students need and advocate for them because it's the right thing to do. We have watched individual students help other students, which might sound like not a big deal, but in this world, it's a really big deal to witness that. And then we all talk about it because it gives us so much energy. And you have been extraordinarily kind to all of our employees who have worked really hard. You've been generous with words and notes of encouragement and appreciation. I have one of those on my desk. I looked at it right before I came down here. I see it, I look at it every single day. And when I have a hard day, it's that note that helps me to go, we can do this. I know we can do this. I have to tell you that it makes us extraordinarily proud that Central Lakes College graduates are kind, compassionate, and caring. And I want you to know that you, wherever you go, just by being you, will change people in the way that you treat them, just the way you've changed us. So I started out by saying that this is our special favorite day. It really is. We're schmaltzy like that. And that's because we know that you're all on the cusp of a new chapter, like a new day. And the truth of the matter is, some of you know exactly what that chapter looks like. You can see it. It's a job you're going into or the next college or university. But some of you aren't quite sure. And we want you to know that that is absolutely fine. That is absolutely life. Whatever you decide that next chapter looks like, remember, you are far more resilient than you can imagine. Don't chase perfection, just be you. You are far, far more than enough. And that the way you treat people has the power to change their lives. And I know that today we're all really excited to see you walk across the stage, and you might be particularly excited about saying goodbye to this chapter of your life. But I have to tell you that your relationship with us does not end here. Today you become Central Lakes College alumni. There are over 40,000 of you. We are extraordinarily proud of you. And in your diploma, there will be a card from the Central Lakes College Foundation. It might be the last thing you would think to do is to fill that thing out, but we're asking you to. We want to stay connected to you so that we can watch you, so that we can see what you're up to, so that we can cheer you on. We absolutely know that you will find success in your own way, and we are extraordinarily proud. Congratulations, class of 2021. Let's give them a big round of applause. So now I have the privilege of introducing you to two of those special students. First, allow me to introduce you to Brainerd Campus Student Senate President Ben Schlegel. Ben is graduating today with his Associate of Arts and has finished the CLC Honors Program. And this month, he'll also be graduating from Brainerd High School. He's served as the Student Senate President, navigating the complicated challenges of COVID-19 and making sure that the student voice and student government maintain being part of the decision-making processes right here at CLC. And he worked hard to find ways to support and guide students as you worked to meet your educational goals. Ben also serves as the current president of the CLC InterVarsity Club, the Senate liaison for Humanities Common Ground Club, and he serves as the captain of the Brainerd High School tennis team. Please join me in welcoming Ben Schlegel.
Thank you, President Charlier, and Vice President Bodine, and Dean Keene. What an honor it is to get the opportunity to speak, and what a blessing it most certainly is to get to graduate from Central Lakes College. There is a proverb that says, "As iron sharpens iron, so a person sharpens another." And let me tell you, that is truly what occurred here, sharpening. This was 100% a sharpening chapter of all of our lives. And, we were molded here into something finer. People are going to start asking us what some of our favorite memories are of this refining chapter, and you may say, graduating. We will indeed recall this moment. The great huzzah. We're doing it, my friends. We are graduating college. It is finally here. I believe when we are asked that question, we are going to recall the moments that truly mattered to us. We will remember waking up to a fresh new day, rolling out of bed, and checking your phone, only to see that you have 3 minutes until Zoom class starts. But somehow, you being the superhero that you are, you got dressed, you brushed your teeth, you ate breakfast, and maybe you got to class on time, right? Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't eat breakfast, or maybe you only got your upper body dressed in time. Zoom. Hey, we're here. We made it. When asked that question, we will also recall the silly moments. We will remember the one time on Zoom when we saw that random guy pulling up a northern pike from the ice fishing hole. Only for him to, moments after release, turn back into a black rectangle with his name on it. My friends, we will miss seeing our peers' foreheads. But perhaps what we will miss most is going on the journey, the quest to find that darn unmute button. After, of course, we have been talking to ourselves for a solid 30 seconds. And everyone reminds us very nicely that they can't hear us. Maybe we won't miss those things. But maybe we will someday. The simple life, logging onto Zoom calls, going to the classroom, showing up, writing the paper. Perhaps someday we will miss that. We saw it firsthand. This world is unstable. Life is unstable. From loved ones getting sick and becoming no more in only a matter of days, to grocery stores being completely empty, especially of toilet paper. Hey, we made it through the great toilet paper crisis of 2020. However, we must come to realize that amidst this crisis, we are still alive. It is estimated that nearly 92.59% of all humans that have ever existed are no longer alive. See, we can eat an ice cream cone. We can call someone that matters to us. We can use toilet paper. We can journal our lives. To be alive is a gift. My grandma always told me to cherish the normal days in life, because it is in the not so normal days that we long for a normal day. My friend, however odd these days may feel, or this time we are living in may be, remember that you have breath in your lungs, life in your veins, food in your stomach, although it may be from yesterday's breakfast. I know this may sound weird to hear, but you're alive. So cherish your time. Eat the ice cream cone. Be really alive. Realize that your heart is pumping more than 2,000 gallons of blood a day. My friend, you are a miracle. Grocery stores may fail us. Our health may fail us. But there is one thing that never fails: love. Love never fails, and it never fades. Everything else is but a breath on a cold day, here for an instant, only a momentary disinterment. So I urge you, take the time, use your words face to face to tell the people that matter to you how much you love them. It's not ushy-gushy. It's not cringe. It's real. And Don't let the unpredictability of life keep you from loving your neighbor as yourself. It's the only thing that truly matters. And when the day is done, I reckon we will look back at the big moments like these. And I believe we will also realize that the answer to the question of what we are most proud of or what our favorite memories are is also the simple things. I'm just starting my 4-week project the night it's due. The time spent in the Student Life Center. Or maybe it's the hallway walks. The hallway walks. The walking and talking, taking intentional time with either our peers or with galaxy mind professors. The hallway walks will be little, yet big memories we will take with us our entire lives. So take a moment, every once in a while, and remember this chapter. Crack open the old book of your life and read this chapter, but don't get stuck there. The story is still going. A new chapter is before us. But never forget to remember your roots, my friend. Remember that you are alive. Remember to love your neighbor. Remember to remember. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Brainerd Campus Honors Program student Desiree Rhodes. Desiree returned to Central Lakes College in the fall of 2019 after a 15-year hiatus from college. She'll be graduating today with her Associate of Arts and has completed the CLC Honors Program. During her tenure at CLC, Desiree has been a leader in her classes, modeling excellence and perseverance and surpassing her faculty's expectations. Desiree has also been on the forefront of substantive institutional changes, including expanding open educational resources and being instrumental in the development of a new academic forgiveness policy that will benefit students for many years to come. Desiree has also served as the president of the Bent Pine Journal Club for 2 years and helped to lead a team of students to reintroduce the college's iconic arts journal. Please join me in welcoming Desiree Rhodes.
Thank you, President Charlier, for the wonderful introduction. And I'd also like to thank Vice President Bodine and Dean Keene. When I was a little girl sitting at my steel and wooden desk, I would watch my third grade teacher make her way through the rows as I practiced my cursive letters. I remember the whimsical voice that she used and the way her little black pumps clacked on the linoleum floor. Most of all, I recall the twinkle in her eye as she stood up from helping students. That moment made me realize I wanted to be a teacher, just like dear, sweet Mrs. Fettig. Then life happened. I barely graduated high school. I blew off my first semester of college. I made poor choices and had children way before I was ready. But you know, I don't regret a single part of this journey, because every minute of my life has made me the person that stands before you today. 15 years later. In late August of 2019, I found myself sitting at a new desk on the Brainerd campus, pondering doubts. What if this was all just a big mistake? Immediately, I was relieved to find out two things. I was not always the oldest person in the room, and my instructors were not always as I had imagined. They were friendly, accepting, and most of all, eager to help. I found a whole new crew of Mrs. Fettigs. As when I was a little girl, I found myself studying them. My childhood memories of the love I had for learning came flooding back, and I knew my destiny was to be in education. The summer of my third semester, I received an email from the coordinator of the honors program. Etiquette demands that I not say his name, but I can tell you it rhymes with Alan Schmarkot. We were corresponding about simple course requirements. I was suddenly saddened because the ghost of my failed semester of 2004 plagued me like Poe's beating heart. For almost 6 months, we tried every workaround and every Band-Aid we could muster to fix the grades of that semester. My frustration swelled as the red tape only grew thicker. But every time I was about to give up, a short message from him would pop into my inbox, reinvigorating my hope. In the end, what started as a small, innocent exchange between a mentor and a student resulted in the creation of a policy at CLC that allows for students in similar situations a chance to accurately reflect their academic successes. For the past year and a half, a pandemic has forced us into our homes and our classrooms reduced to tiny squares on a computer screen. The prospect of learning in a virtual world became daunting, and a feeling of disconnection crept in. The role of our college's tutoring program was more important than ever. As my fellow students asked for help, I began to genuinely understand my attraction to teaching. When a teacher or a mentor encounters a student, a special type of relationship blossoms between the two. It is one born out of the exchange of ideas. As the student begins to questioning to understand, and the teacher sees their light bulb begin to glow, a spirited sense of pride wells up and beams across their face. It is that moment, that burst of emotion, that drives an educator to do what they do. Our instructors taught us things like history and philosophy, about the earth and society. They taught us about rationality, mindfulness, and the importance of critically thinking. But it is in the relationships they forged with us that they truly and fundamentally transformed us. They taught us how to be resilient, exhibit humility, and showed us what real compassion was. They demonstrated to us what it means to be human. Whether we are a teacher or a mentor or just a friend, the lessons learned from one another will be just as important to our success as the education we just obtained. As we leave here and pursue our lives, we need to keep our hearts open to the people we meet, because we will never know when we will be someone's Mrs. Fettig. Thank you.
Thank you, Desiree. I told you we had special and inspiring students, and Ben and Desiree are certainly examples of that. Today we celebrate every member of the class of 2021. We know that you have all worked extremely hard to achieve this milestone, but we want to pause and recognize those who have graduated with honor or high honor. This signifies truly outstanding academic achievement, and those who have earned academic honors wear either a gold or a silver honors cord as part of their regalia. At this time, can I please ask that all students graduating with honor at any level, please stand. Let's recognize the exceptional performance of these students. Thank you. You may be seated. We also celebrate the strength and resilience of our students. I'm going to ask you to stand up a few more times, so bear with me. If you happen to be the first in your family graduating from college, would you honor us by standing up, please? And you can stay there, stay standing. And if you worked either full-time or part-time while you were studying at CLC, stand up. Our students inspire us. Thank you. You can all rest and be seated for a few minutes. We also celebrate those who have aspired to earn college credentials while still enrolled in high school. And every year, a growing number of regional high school students begin working on their college degrees through Minnesota's post-secondary enrollment option, or PSEO. We consider these students dual graduates because they graduate from Central Lakes College and their high schools exactly at the same time. This year, CLC has 137 area high school seniors graduating with a diploma, an Associate of Arts, or an Associate of Applied Science degree. Please join me in giving all of those students, those PSEO students, a big round of applause. As the candidates for graduation are recognized today, you will see various accessories to the academic regalia, including some of those cords, but also stoles signifying membership in a range of student organizations. So as you see students cross the stage, please refer to your program for a description of the many activities and accomplishments of our students. And now for the highlight of the event, the reason that you all arrived today, the presentation of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. At this time, will Vice President Bodine and Dean Keene please come forward to present the academic awards? And I will tell you that it is tradition at Central Lakes College to whoop and holler and clap and make as much noise as humanly possible.
Candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates will now come forward for the presentation and conferring ceremony. Ushers will guide graduates forward. Virtual participants will be presented first.
Virtual graduates with Associate of Arts: Zachary Benz, Nicholas Neror, Nolan Olivier, Caitlin Ostendorf, Rachel Petron, Brock Platt, Macy Roach, Trevor Rudnick, Avery Trout, Ella Ukura, Nellie Voles, Marissa Williams, Tatiana Williams, and Peter Zimney. Let's hear it for our virtual graduates. Associate of Arts, Harrison Samuel Nisler, honors. Hannah Lorraine Nash, honors. Olivia Louise Ranvisigam, Nicholas Adam Tabbitt, high honors. Taylor Richards, Zachary Taylor Sunderland, Ewan Tyrus Newbold, high honors. Phoebe Roberts, honors. Caitlin Ann Patterson, high honors. Margaret M. Kern, high honors, economics transfer pathway. Jack Lloyd Workman. Riley G. Norman. Madeline Elizabeth Sedlacek, high honors. Peyton Michaela Mathis Niemeyer. Olivia Renee Tibbetts, high honors. Riley Juliana Jennifer Rao, high honors. Josie Lynn Parks, high honors. Victoria Elizabeth Wagner. Mary Beth Ann Touches, honors. Patricia Louise Samuelson, honors. Justine Marie Vance, high honors. Natalie Christine Thorson, high honors. Katie Swanson, high honors. Francesca Rebel Stewart, high honors. Jenny K. Ritter. Gabriella M. Van Horn, high honors. Tyler Rex Nelson. Vincent Edward Reed. Melissa Ann Watson. Tatiana Arganel Williams. Deaf Studies Certificate, Samantha Shame Razik, High Honors. Shaylin Johnson, Honors. Noah Alec Bonenstingle, High Honors. Veda Joe Westhoff, Honors. Elena Louise Tanner, High Honors. Kayleen Cecilia Holmes, Honors. Melanie Melisha Pierzynski. Environmental Studies Certificate, Michelle Ann Martin. Psychology Transfer Pathway, Shelby Joy Neiman, Honors. Elise Nicole Wicks, High Honors. Sociology Transfer Pathway, Ariana Christine Taylor. Tori A. Nenow, High Honors. Benjamin Russell Schlegel, High Honors. Desiree K. Rhodes, High Honors.
Will the candidates for graduation please rise? President Charlier, the faculty of Central Lakes College has certified that these candidates meet all requirements for their degrees, diplomas, and certificates in their respective fields.
Upon recommendation of the Central Lakes College faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Minnesota State Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left side. Congratulations. I hope you can now see why this is our special day. It's all about you. And this concludes our commencement exercises. Graduates, if you could please stay in place until you're escorted out. And as you leave the area, please pick up a bag of popcorn, courtesy of the CLC Foundation. We hope that you'll enjoy it tonight when you view the premiere with your family and friends at 7 p.m. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate the 2021 Central Lakes Liberal Arts and Sciences graduation. Congratulations once again.